Hollywood has officially turned on Meghan Markle, and the backlash just exploded live on TV. Celebrities who once defended her are now mocking her, and the reaction is brutal. Let me show you exactly what went down during the September 8, 2025, episode of Jimmy Kimmel Live. Host Jimmy Kimmel unleashed a scorching monologue criticizing Meghan for playing the victim again, this time over backlash to her Netflix show with Love, Meghan. He called her out for turning every setback into a sob story, joking that she's the queen of complaints who lives in a castle of cash while her projects flop one after another. The studio audience erupted in laughter, but Meghan's fans went wild online, accusing Kimmel of bullying, yet this moment felt like the tipping point, exposing how even late-night kings see her as a self-pitying diva whose Hollywood dreams are built on blame, not talent. Kimmel's monologue kicked off by mocking Meghan's recent interviews where she teared up about unfair criticism of her cooking show, which debuted its second season in August 2025 to dismal reviews. He said, "Meghan's crying again because people don't like her fancy jam recipes, boo-hoo, pass the tissues and the Netflix remote." The crowd cheered as he pointed out how she frames every flop as racism or bullying, from her royal days to now. Reports from Variety confirmed the show's ratings tanked. With only 1.2 million viewers for the premiere, down 40% from the first season, critics called it out-of-touch drivel, slamming her for acting relatable in a $14 million mansion, which backs Kimmel's point that her victim card is wearing thin after years of the same routine. He didn't stop there, tying it back to her Oprah interview from 2021, where she first played the victim card hard. Kimmel joked, "Remember when she said the royals worried about her baby's skin color? Now she's whining about bad reviews, next it'll be the weather in Montecito." The audience howled, but it hit home because even in 2025, Meghan keeps dredging up old drama to dodge accountability. In a recent podcast episode of her new series Confessions of a Female Founder, she lamented the double standards women face, but listeners called it hypocritical since her deals total over $100 million. Kimmel's roast validated the growing view that she's addicted to sympathy, using it to mask her lack of hits. The monologue spilled over into her failed Netflix documentary Harry Meghan, which Kimmel called the original pity party that keeps on giving. He laughed that 3 years later, she's still milking it for attention, saying, "They left the royals for privacy." But now Harry's book and her shows are all about spilling tea, make it make sense. Viewership data shows the series peaked early but dropped off, with Netflix quietly shelving sequel ideas by mid-2025. Kimmel's brutal take echoed industry insiders who say her constant victim narrative turns off collaborators, proving why her big deals are drying up. Kimmel also slammed her lifestyle brand as ever, mocking how she cries foul when sales flop but blames haters instead of overpriced products. $30 for jam. That's not a brand, that's a joke, and now she's the victim of sticky fingers, he quipped. Launched in spring 2025, the brand faced immediate backlash for high prices and limited stock, with reports of unsold inventory piling up. Social media roasted her for copying other lines, and Kimmel's words rang true. Her victim act can't hide the fact that consumers just aren't buying what she's selling. Public reaction exploded right after the monologue aired. X lit up with clips going viral, users agreeing Kimmel said what everyone thinks. One post with 50,000 likes read, "Meghan's always the victim, but Hollywood's calling bluff." Polls from YouGov in September 2025 show her favorability at a low 28%, with many citing her whining as the turnoff.